Antonio Conte vs Mikel Arteta, two volcanoes ready to erupt in London derby. Tottenham and Arsenal are considered to be two arch-rivals in London. The rivalry makes the matches between these two always take place very tense. With the arrival of Antonio Conte and Mikel Arteta, the heat of the London derby promises to increase even more. Conte gets angry easily, Arteta doesn't fit. In the second round of the English Premier League this season, Coach Conte once became the focus of all attention when he repeatedly raised his voice and even tried to lose enough with his colleague Thomas Tuchel on the Chelsea side. It all started from the fact that right after witnessing Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg's long shot to equalize the score 1-1, Coach Conte had an outrageous celebration in front of Coach Tuchel, causing the strategist to Germany is mad. When Reece James scored to make it 2-1 for the Blues, Coach Tuchel retaliated by running past Tottenham's coaching staff to tease. At that time, Coach Conte could only keep quiet because his team faced the risk of defeat. The drama of the match continued to be pushed up in stoppage time. When many believed that Tottenham would have to leave with two empty hands, striker Harry Kane made a dangerous header to bring a golden 2-2 equalizer for Tottenham. After the final whistle sounded, Coach Conte took the initiative to shake Tuchel's hand, but the Chelsea captain squeezed it so hard that his colleague hurt. As a result, the two sides were once again confused with each other and in the end both were given a red card by the referee. The conflict with Coach Tuchel shows that Coach Conte cannot always keep a cool head. Tense matches like the London derby are easy to awaken the beast in him. Even more worrisome when the person in charge of Arsenal's side, Arteta, is also not a medium. Although the military leader is still young in terms of age, Coach Arteta has many times let the situation happen. Not far away, just in the Arsenal match that was held to a 0-0 draw by Newcastle on January 4, Coach Arteta had a big argument and almost battled with his colleague Eddie Howe on the other side of the front line. Conte's thoughtful message. In a press conference before the next match between Arsenal and Tottenham, Coach Conte delivered a very contemplative message. In my opinion, anyone wants to live his true self. Arteta is definitely the type of coach who likes to express his emotions and inspire the players on the pitch. However, to be honest, I see many coaches who are willing to get angry in front of a crowd because their job is so stressful right now. Witnessing the players decisively fighting each other in the field, it is difficult for the coaches to sit still on the bench. I'm sure Arteta is the same type of impatient coach as I am. In fact, there are unexpected moments in the game that make people go crazy. The reason is because no one knows in advance that it will happen to be mentally prepared. That's why you can sometimes celebrate in a crazy way like no other. Arteta is that kind of coach, Coach Conte affirmed. Through the above statement, it can be seen that Coach Conte himself admitted that he and Arteta both have crazy blood in them. Besides, the pressure is too great from many sides, making it very difficult for today's leaders to calm down to control their actions well. As arch-rivals, there is a high chance that Arsenal and Tottenham are about to really enter an uncompromising battle. Not to mention that Arsenal are in dire need of points to maintain the number 1 position in the Premier League table, and Tottenham also have a clear motivation to try to squeeze into the top 4. In such a context, it is strange that Arsenal and Tottenham play against each other in a gentle way contrary to tradition. In short, the London derby started hot right before the opening whistle had sounded. It is likely that the heat will increase significantly if the players as usual have more decisive tackles than necessary during the match. At that time, maybe a good drama will take place not only in the yard but also in the training area. The reason is because both Arsenal and Tottenham have coaches like volcanoes just erupting. Normally, both Conte and Arteta coaches are polite, but when they have met the conditions to activate combat mode, they can completely become much more ferocious. Coach Conte once mocked Arteta. After the Tottenham match against Arsenal 3-0 in May last year, Coach Conte once criticized his colleague Arteta for complaining too much about the referee. According to Coach Conte, the Arsenal captain should focus on doing good professionally instead of being bitter with his decisions. King in Black.